on them program.
What's up, my fit fam? Welcome to today's vlog. Today we have a lot of good things planned. I think we have a lot of good things planned. So what you guys just saw was the breakfast that I had. So I'm gonna try to show you more meal ideas because you guys have been asking for that, and I think it's good to show you that eating for your goals doesn't have to be boring, but it can also be quick and easy. So that's one of my favorite breakfasts, and I basically just change up the ingredients as I go. So it's 2 slices of sprouted grain bread. It's that squirrel bread from Silver Hills that I showed you last time, and it turns out it's delicious. So pick it up if you want to try it. And then half an ounce of avocado, 2 slices of turkey bacon, and 6 egg whites. Basically, I keep the bread and the egg whites and just kind of change where I get the fat sources from. Sometimes I use a whole egg, sometimes coconut oil, etc. Those are the vitamins that I take on a daily basis. So omegas, vitamin C, vitamin D. The one that you can't see the label on is a prenatal, and I take that because it has folic acid and iron, which I lack, so that's why I take it. And then biotin, I take that for my hair and nails. I feel like it's doing a really good job helping with that. And calcium, because I don't get a lot of calcium in my diet. I don't eat dairy very often, pretty much rarely. I mean, I don't eat enough. I don't eat enough to get the calcium that I need. So that's that. And then the reason I showed you guys the water clip there is because so many of you say that you struggle with getting your water in, and honestly, I'm not a fan of water. I'm not like one of those people that loves to drink water. I drink it because I should. So my sister got me one of those 2.2 liter jugs, and I find I don't get in what I need if I'm just drinking out of that, but for some reason having a straw does the trick. So I use one of those Starbucks cups and I measure from the big jug. So I pour from the big jug into the Starbucks cup, and I refill it from there, and then that way I can track the water that I'm drinking and I can still use my straw. So yeah. Okay, I'm about to jump on a Skype call with one of my clients who's competing. We're gonna do like a little check-in and a posing session, tweak on her poses, whatever we need to do. And then I'm gonna show you guys a video that Marcus and I did yesterday of my glute day. It's like quite a glute specific, high rep, low weight, booty type of day, less legs, more booty work, and then a lower body warm up, which is so important to warm up before you work out. So Marcus took me through the warm up. You guys are gonna see that soon. I'm gonna head into work, as in my office, as in gonna get ready to do that Skype call. I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. So guys, we finally did it. We booked our vacation. Yes! We're going to Cabo for 10 days and we're going to that new resort, Breathless, and I'm so pumped, and we finally booked our honeymoon, and tomorrow is actually the anniversary of our wedding day, the one where we had the actual wedding in Dominican. So yes, 10 days in the beach. And we're actually going to try to vlog that whole trip. So I am pumped. This bitch needs a vacation. Like a good pose, you know, you're like live on YouTube right now with your bum, but it's looking real tight and real curvy. We'll put emojis over the butt cheek. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this lower body warm-up started. So for me, the goal with any lower body warm-up is to really get my glutes and my hamstrings firing and to open up my hips. I have very tight hips, and I find that I'm very quad dominant, so I tend to forget about my glutes during regular training, not so much glute training. So warming up is key here. So as you can see in this exercise, I am tilting my pelvis down, essentially belly button to the floor to avoid using my erectors, and then I'm pressing through the heel, pressing into my hamstring and into my glutes, really making that mind and muscle connection and getting those glutes nice and warmed up. Now we are moving on to warming up that glute med. So having both of my feet pushed against the wall in a very narrow squat position. I'm resting my head on the roller just to make it more comfortable and to avoid basically having my neck strain while it hangs down. You don't have to do this, but I suggest that you do. I'm pushing my top leg out and creating tension in the side of my glutes 5 times, and then at the top of that 5th rep, you're gonna hold it there and really push against it. You wanna plant that big toe and push through the middle of your foot with this one. And of course, it wouldn't be a lower body warm-up without our glute bridges. Marcus got a real good angle for you guys there, but as you can see, I am rocking the chin tuck. That is essential when you are doing glute bridges and hip thrusts. My forearms, and by forearms I mean triceps, are planted into the floor, and I'm making a fist and creating tension through my body. We're gonna do 10 regular, and then you're gonna do 10 pushing your knees out and creating an abduction. Moving on, we're gonna get those stabilizers firing by doing the good old Pilates yoga bird dog. So here, key, you're reaching out with the opposite arm and the opposite leg. So you're not doing a kickback, you're not doing a press with your shoulders. You're creating stability across your body, keeping that core nice and tight, that belly button tucked, and just reaching forward.
Now, as I said, my hips are hella tight, like really tight, you guys. That is why I hate squatting and love deadlifting. So my goal always warming up is just to get them warm, get them loosened up a little bit. This warm-up dynamic stretch killed me. I could really feel how tight my hips really were. But anyways, you're going to grab onto your toes and create a straight line with your back as possible. Bend down, pull against your feet, create tension, stand back up. You're really gonna feel that one. Same thing here, we're doing unilaterally. So you're gonna press into that front side, straighten out that back leg as much as possible, keep a straight back, push into that hip until you feel like an 8 out of 10 resistance. You don't wanna tear anything, but you definitely wanna get a good stretch. And then you're gonna do it on one side, do it on the other side, and repeat. Now that we are warm, let's go ahead and get that glute workout started. So like I told you guys, I'm avoiding heavy lifting, or at least keeping it to a minimum. I shouldn't say avoiding, I love to heavy lift. So I'm doing a lot more isolation, unilateral, and glute work. So this workout, I kept it to 4 sets of 20 reps for everything, just to keep it super simple. And we're starting off with a sumo squat, elevated squat. And the reason that you're elevated here is so you can get some more depth while holding that dumbbell. If you have a bar on your back or you're not holding a dumbbell, there's absolutely no reason for you to be elevated. Making this a superset, I am doing a good morning / deadlift, whatever you want to call it, on the cable. This is more like a good morning because I'm not elevated. If I was standing on a box, it would be more like a deadlift. But either way, this is a killer exercise to really create tension in that glute hammy tie-in and get a good squeeze at the top. It takes a lot of your quad work out of it, which is what I'm aiming to do here. So I love adding those into my workout. So I supersetted these two back and forth for 4 sets of 20 and then moved on to the next superset. Next up for our superset, we have these bad boys, split squats using either the rings or the TRX. And good thing we got those stabilizers firing, because this is wobbly and all over the place, and it's one of those exercises where the next day you feel muscles you did not even know you had. So I started with no weight and then added just a couple light dumbbells for some added resistance. With this exercise, you really want to focus the weight in the back of the leg. You want to push from the hamstrings and the glutes, squeeze at the top rather than loading your hips and pushing into your quad. Supersetted with that exercise are pull-throughs, cable pull-throughs, one of my absolute favorite glute exercises. This is a very similar, if not same, position as a hip thrust, and it's really great for engaging the glutes and the hamstrings, and again, taking a lot of quad work out. For the third superset, hyperextensions. I don't think I ever do a glute day without hyperextensions. With this exercise, you want to make sure that your back is rounded forward and that your head is tucked and that you're using your glutes and your hamstrings rather than your erectors. Supersetted with the hypers, I did kneeling kickbacks on a bench. I attached a cable, a resistance band to my ankle. I find that in this position, I get a lot more glute activation, whereas if I'm standing, I'm getting a lot of pain in my hip flexors or in my quads of the standing leg rather than the working leg. So if you are in the same boat, try this positioning. It might make a difference for you. I burn out every single one of my glute and leg days with good old froggy pumps. Thanks to Mr. Brett Contreras for this one. You want to keep your head position and your upper body position in the same type of position, wow, I said position a lot, that you would in a hip thrust and in a glute bridge. Push your heels together and really squeeze at the top. This is a burner that I've added just recently to my workout, and my goodness, the shelf, you know the shelf, the sweet spot that I'm talking about, this gets worked. You're gonna bring your knees essentially to your elbows and then push heels to the sky, keep that bend in the knee and really squeeze. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Keep your chin tucked and always focus on that mind and muscle connection when you're training glutes. I fueled up the workout with some Cyto grains, Dynamis protein, and a small banana, and then I went right into dinner. I didn't show you guys that I had some dark chocolate and some peanut butter, so I was missing some fat. That's what I had in the day, and hello, PMS needed the chocolate. Finished the day off with some homemade Chinese food stir fry, and we called it a day for eating.
All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And yesterday, I guess this was like a 2-day vlog. I hope that you enjoyed the workout. I hope that you found that warm-up helpful and that you'll add it to your own routine. If you want to see anything else, as always, comment below, please. I think I got most of my food for the day. If I missed something, sorry, but I tried to get in as many meals and snacks as I could. I will do more of those eating videos, I promise, with different types of food. Yeah, I will, I promise. Anyways, we will be doing an upper body warm-up type of video as well as rolling, stretching, and all of that, because I know you guys have asked about that. But I'm so tired. I'm done training clients, a few group sessions in a row. I'm sleepy. I'm done all my stuff for the day. And I'm gonna hit the sack. Maybe I'll watch some funny TV, some Big Bang Theory, and then I'm gonna go to bed because tomorrow's leg day with my coach. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.